So let us see now, how do we add a fees to a student? Now to add a fees, first of all, you need to go to student profile. Now for that, search for student. Under student, you see search student. Search the name of the student. So in our case, it was test student 123. Click on get details. And now click on fees. Now by default, since there is no fees, it says no fees data available. Now you can click on add new fees. By default, the branch for the fees is student branch, but in case if you want to change, you can do that. Now select the academic year, select the course. So in our case, we'll select the test course we created, and by default, it will bring up the total fees of that course. Now on the right side, there is an option for discount. Default, it says no discount, but in a drop down, you can have a flat discount or a percentage discount. So flat discount is like you want to give 1000 rupees discount. So in that case, the calculation goes as 20,000 minus 1000. So total is 19,000. Similarly, if you want to give percentage discount, you can change it to percentage and make it like 10%. So 10% of 20,000 is 2,000. So my discount would be 2,000. So final amount would be 18,000. Okay, so let me select that discount and maybe 1,000. Okay, so my total fees is 19,000. Now there is an option for capturing GST. Now by default it selects GST 18%, but if you want to not track that GST, you click on no tax. So by default your fees amount will change to 19,000. Okay, let's select GST. Okay, now let's go to the next part, which is down payment. So on the day of admission, how much amount student is paying is what you have to put it here. So for example, I'm taking admissions on 4th of January and I am paying on that day 5,000. So I select 5,000 here. And then the rest of the amount is a recurring installment on a monthly basis. You have to put the start date. So let's say in this case, my start date is next month's onwards, first. And my installment amount is, let's say, 4,000 rupees. And my frequency is 1. 1 means monthly, every month. And then I click on generate installment. So you can see the 4th of January is the down payment, which is 5,000 here. And then after that, every month, first of every month, we have captured 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. But the last month is just 2,000 because that is the remaining amount. Now you can definitely go and change around the numbers. This is the default which system generates. If you do not want to take 4,000 here, make it 3, then I can go and make this as 3, so that my balance should always be 0. Now once that is done, you can save and create installment. Are you sure? Yes. Now you can see the 19,000 fees is registered for this student for this particular course. The received amount is 0. The total fees is 19, which is still balanced, out of which 5,000 is overdue. That is because this is our down payment, which we haven't marked as received yet. So how do we do that? Click on test new course and then you'll see this is overdue. Now because this was a down payment, you'll go here, update status, and select the mode of the payment. So let's say this was a cash payment. You can put all the reference number you want to put it here. So let me put some reference number and update status to paid. Yes, because it's a cash. If there is any comment, you can put the comment. By default, there will be a receipt number generated here. But if you want to use your manual, you can remove this and put a manual receipt number. Let me just leave it blank and say save. Done. Now you can see the paid installment 5,000 and the receipt you can bring it from here. Click here and this will bring up the receipt, which you can print and give it to the student. Okay, now going forward, let's say you want to convert these installments into PDCs. That parent is giving you a post-dated checks. In that case, you need to fill up the detail for those checks in these installments. And how do we do that? Is again, click on update status, click on checks, select the banks, select the branch, again is optional, and check date. By default, it takes the same date of your installment, but if the check date is different, you can go and change that. Check number, reference number, you can leave it blank. Is payment clear? No. And save. Done. Now you can see this is marked as 4,000 unclear. That means we have received the check, but check is yet not cleared. And you can, from here, you can give the acknowledgement to the student or parent that this check is something we have received. So you click on acknowledgement. So this is not a receipt, this is just an acknowledgement with payment status as uncleared. So this is how you can register all your PDCs into the installment, which you can track based on the date on which they need to be deposited into the bank. All right, so that is how we cover the fees section for the student. Thanks for watching.